Games Workshop has, without a shadow of a doubt, and as I am about to prove, lied to you. This is an unequivocal fact. The only question is, do you care what they've lied to you about? I'm about to show you two things on the Warhammer community page that I believe are actually pretty big things to lie about when it comes to one of their products. It's possible you don't care. I'm sure there's lots of arguments about, oh, does this lie really matter, etc., etc., whatever. I just felt like everybody should know that Games Workshop is trying to sell you something that they are not giving you. So hi, I'm Glass Half Dead. If this is your first time here, I'm not normally this salty and bitter. My bad. If this isn't your first time here, you know that was a lie. I am normally this salty and bitter. But if you're a subscriber, I would like to take a quick moment to say double hello to you. So if you want to have a double hello, like, subscribe, comment now. What does a double hello mean? Nobody really knows. Let's discuss Pariah Nexus and what you get in the box. This is, in my mind, a really big deal. Okay? Games Workshop does some amazing stuff, alright? I obviously like what they do enough, and let's be clear, like what they do. I don't mean I tolerate what they do. I don't mean I like this aspect, but I don't like that aspect. I mean, I generally like Games Workshop enough that I have a channel on YouTube that I put actually a disgusting amount of time into, okay? So, obviously, I generally like Games Workshop, their IPs, etc., what they do, their community, all of that stuff, provisos done. However, I do believe there is a pretty big deal when they tell you, hey, if you buy this box, you will get this thing, and then you don't get that thing. I think I'm going to start with the most egregious, which is what I have on screen right here, because they have just put this article out a day or two ago, so it's still live. Oh, for those of you unaware, Pariah Nexus, new kill team expansion that's releasing. It's giving us a bunch of new units and a bunch of new ways to play. And at this point, we have had all of the leaks for it. We've seen somebody do a full unboxing. So everything has been taken out of the box. We've seen what's in there and what's not. We have also seen inside the Pariah Nexus book itself, and we know what's in there and what's not. Let me read you the offending part here. Not only does the 112-page Pariah Nexus book include the game's core rules, but also offers loads of additional content, such as the close confines rules for fighting the desperate indoor and underground battles. If you want to play Kill Team, you need to have the core rules. So what it implies here that you get the core rules is a good thing, because without them you cannot play the game. But as it also goes on to say, Pariah Nexus, the actual selling point of it is you have additional rules. The only problem there is that Pariah Nexus book does not have the core rules inside. And for a while, I held off making this video, despite this being an egregious lie. Because, to be honest with you, I had assumed that this is such a big thing, we got it wrong. But then we saw an unboxing, and I thought maybe they were going to pull out, you know, one of these little pamphlet type things. Maybe they reformatted the core rules for all to see. They haven't. The core rules, this is like going to a garage and saying, I want to buy that car. And they say, sure, you can take it off the lot today. And you buy it, you give them all the money that they ask for. And they say, there you go. There's no engine in the car, by the way. I mean, the wheels are good, the brakes are lovely. Love the steering wheel. But if you don't have an engine, what's the point? So let's just be clear on this. If you buy the Pariah Nexus expansion, you cannot play Kill Team. It is not a single product. Now, okay, this is where we get into the whole, how much does this matter? Some people are going to argue, well, you could just go and buy the book as well. It's only £25, £30, whatever. You know, who cares? But that's still more money. I was still clearly promised that this was an all-in-one package thing. You could say, oh, well, that's fine. Just go and find the rulebook online. Well, now you're promoting piracy, and that's a very conflicting. I mean, I know that they're lying to us, but I don't know if we should promote piracy as the official way to play the game just because the company hasn't given you what they said. Although at that point, I suppose it's justifiable. This, to me, is the biggest issue, because my whole thing is I want more people to play Kill Team. Okay? That's it. I just want more people to play Kill Team. The fact that now they are trying to sell a box that isn't going to have the core rules in, so you cannot play it, is insane. Now, I will take a quick step back and say that we are expecting a day one FAQ, which I'm going to do another video on later about what we can expect in that. And you know what? If Games Workshop says, hey, day one FAQ alongside that, Kill Team core rules, there you go. I'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, fair enough. We don't need to have the data sheets. It could just be the 8 pages of Kill Team core rules. I think it's 8 pages, maybe it's 16, can't remember. Then I would be fine. I retract it all. However, that's not what they've said here online in the Warhammer community article. They've said it's in the same book, which again, for a moment I thought, okay, maybe they just meant in the expansion called Pariah Nexus, not the book called Pariah Nexus. We've seen that. It's not in there. If they decide to day one FAQ and drop the core rules on us, fair enough. They realise they made a mistake in the wording. They fixed it. Okay, I'd be okay with that. Now we go over to a very minor one here. This is just out of amusement, but they said that superior inheritance is a new tactic. It's not. It's been in the game for ages. Cool. However, and this is a big one for me personally, actually. Like the previous one, I'm outraged as a consumer in general, but I have the core rules. I know I have the book. I know where to get them for free, etc., etc. I don't care. As I said, I want more people to play Kill Team. However, this one did get me. This one affected me personally, even though it's probably less of an issue for most people, which is every model from the Incompetence boxed set will be getting brand new rules to liven up your skirmishes. I remember reading this like a month ago when this article was first... Again, this page is live on the GW website, okay? This isn't one I had to dredge up from the archives. They didn't do a stealth update. Hey, did you know Games Workshop sometimes stealth updates their articles? Yep. If you go back and check out my video on the Sisters of Battle mission report that Games Workshop did, you can see the original article they posted. Go back and check that now, which is with their live version on their website. It's a different article. They've taken some of the rules they got wrong out of the article. Never mentioned this. It's just, oh, hey, we posted an article that lies. We decided to fix that on the down low. Anyway, every model from the Incompetence box set is going to liven up your skirmishes. Some guys online have tried to say that they worded it poorly and that we're all misremembering. So I had to go back and double check. I'm just going to say this, and you think in your mind what you think this means. Let's try that again. Every model from the Incompetence box set will be getting brand new rules. Maybe they didn't mean in Kill Team. Oh no, sorry, it says, are you looking forward to the upcoming rules for these units in Kill Team? Grab a box of Assault Intercessors or Necron Warriors to get ready for battle today. It won't just be them getting some love either. Every model from the Incompetence box set will be getting brand new rules to liven up your skirmishes. This is a lie. Now, this actually probably isn't the worst thing to lie about, because if they had done what this said and put rules for every model into Kill Team, seeing how overpowered Marines now are, maybe that's a good thing they didn't, because those Outriders would probably have come in at like 12 points a pop, and Eradicators would be 10 or something ridiculous. Oh my god. Now, on the back of this being said, I had already bought an Incompetence box because I'm that kind of weirdo. But on the back of this being said, I actually built the Necron Incompetence. I went out and I bought Silent King because I thought he was an awesome model, so that's fair. I can't blame them for that one. I do love those diorama style models. But I also went out and bought 1 or 2 other Necron things, purely because I thought I might want to start 40k Necron army, because I now know that I have a very sizable Kill Team for them. And of course I'm a Kill Team player. Now, obviously that's on me. That's on me. I foolishly listened to what they said and allowed that to influence my purchasing decisions. Fair play. Fair play. Ignore that from me. It's fine. I had bought Incompetence anyway. This doesn't really change much. I like the Silent King model. I like the terrain pieces that I bought for the Necrons. I'm going to be just fine that I've put together some Necron models. Not a big deal. But this is still, in my mind, straight up false advertising. This is exactly the kind of thing people would say to get you to buy more models or to buy more of their product. This is like, is it called an upsell? When you say, hey, this thing, you can use this thing in it too. you should do that. It's actually one of Games Workshop's core business models. It's exactly the reason why you can field your Underworld warbands in Age of Sigmar. It's upselling. It's the cross-platform thing. It is a reason in itself to buy models. One of the big selling points of one of the entire core armies of Warhammer and Fantasy, Demons, was that you could use them in both systems. That was a legitimate selling point of Demons. Okay, everybody, rant over. Now, I'm done with this. I have gotten the message that GW has lied to us about what Pariah Nexus is out. Take it with you, ignore it, whatever. Do not allow this poor Warhammer community article, which I have no doubt is due to ignorance as opposed to malice. Of course, I have no way to prove that, but whatever. Don't let this put you off playing Kill Team in general. The core game of Kill Team is solid. Okay, this is just bad PR. Ignore it. Still play Kill Team. Just know what you're buying. That's all I'm trying to say. Know what actually comes in the box. Do not allow bad Warhammer community writing to put you off GW or the products that it sells. Because generally, obviously, there is a reason we buy them. I just feel that I had to get my own disappointment out there for everyone to hear. This wasn't meant to be a big clickbaity thing. This is genuine consumer advice I have attempted to give you here. And I don't think there was a better way to phrase this than the company trying to sell you products is lying about what you get in these products. Like, I think that is a very genuine statement. I know that this video is going to be heavily downvoted. Anytime you say something like that, people will either just assume it's straight up clickbait with no truth to it, or it's a whole sunken cost fallacy thing where people have spent so much money on Warhammer they just don't want to hear anything negative about it. You're going to get so many apologists saying, oh, but it doesn't matter. It's just models, man. Or you're going to get people saying stuff like, oh, well, it's an expensive hobby anyway, and if you can't afford to buy one extra Indomitus box set, Warhammer isn't for you. To which I would say you are elitist gatekeeper pricks and you can get out of my channel, but thanks. Good to know that you're cool, sure. Probably going to cut that. That came across a little bit meaner than I'd intended. I don't want to exclude anyone, but they did say Warhammer is for everyone. And to be honest, just sorry I had to make this video. I didn't want to do a negative GW video, to be honest. I would have much rather just kept talking about the new Pariah Nexus rules, kept looking at the new Pariah Nexus articles, because obviously as a Kill Team channel, with there being a new release for Kill Team, this is like a really big week for me. And I've been putting out multiple videos a day on several days, and I don't need to do a GW is the enemy clickbait video right now. This is legitimate consumer advice. Kill Team's still good. Games Workshop, questionably so. I mean, you know, is a corporation ever good? Probably not. That's the whole thing. Anyway, that's kind of the end of it. If you've made it to the end of this rant, this isn't my first video that you've watched, for sure, on this one, because I definitely went off a little bit, and I think I've repeated myself about 4 times. Normally, you're the 8 to 14%, but probably on this one, like 5 to 10, alright? Let's not kid ourselves. And so you know what that means. That means it is a triple hello. Thank you very much, guys. Really helps the channel. I've actually got a lot coming up for this week. As you know, I'm still doing the shorts. They're not performing at all how I expected, so they're not going to be a long-term thing, but I am going to do them for the next 2 weeks. And I also want to do, I've got some more longer form videos, this kind of length. I want to have a real talk about casually competitive before Pariah Nexus comes out. It's actually going to be a video about 40k, but it applies to Kill Team as well, so we'll see how that goes. But anyway, thank you very much, guys. I hope you've had a good day. I hope you continue to have a good day. Goodbye.